Welcome back to Fun Fact Friday, everyone. It's been a few weeks, I know. I just don't know what came over me. I feel like I'm missing something. Nothing in the noggin right now, if you know what I mean, for the last 2 weeks. Everything's fine now for the most part, except there have been some weird things happening this past week with me. I'll give you an example. Here, look at this. All I could remember was the taste of Cheetos. Cheetos. Hey, Rick.
Hey, Matthew! Oh man, you should read this book. It's really great.
Did you see that? All those 4 things that I just freaked out. Do you see anything in common between those 4 things? They're all purple. I must have an irrational fear of purple. I wonder why. Have to think about that. But anyways, that does lead me and remind me of a fun fact. It is Fun Fact Friday, after all. Fun Fact Friday the 13th, actually. Which is, some people have a fear of the day, Friday the 13th, because they think that, for some reason, bad things happen to that. In fact, there is such a fear of Friday the 13th that airplanes are actually less full on Friday the 13th than they normally are. And this is scientifically and statistically inconceivable that anything worse happens on Friday the 13th than any other day. But people are still afraid. And there's a name for that fear, and it is called, get this, it is called fricatriskidicophobia. Fricatriskidicophobia. Yeah. Fricatriskidicophobia. Fricatriskidicophobia. That one means that you have a fear of Friday the 13th, irrationally. It does remind me of a Bible story, actually, because, I don't know about you, but we all have things that we're afraid of. Some of them are things that aren't real, like the boogeyman, or of going to school with no clothes on, those type of fears. But in 1 Kings chapter 18, we meet another guy who has a fear. We'll have to see if it is irrational or not. This guy is named Elijah. He is a servant of God. And Elijah has just been chased away by an evil queen who is trying to kill him. So, something to be afraid of. And God speaks to him and says, well, what are you doing running away? What are you doing here, Elijah? And Elijah says, well, I have zealously served the Lord, but the people of Israel have broken their covenant with you, torn down your altars, and killed every one of your prophets, and I'm the only one left. Now they're trying to kill me too. So he is afraid that he is alone. I don't know about you, but I'm afraid of being alone. But what God says to him is that, in fact, you are not alone. He is about to anoint a king. He's about to anoint a friend named Elisha. He also says this in verse 18, that God says, yet I will preserve 7,000 others in Israel who have never bowed down to Baal or kissed him. In other words, Elijah wasn't the only one believing in God. And you had 7,000 other people believing in God with him. So, irrational fear? Maybe. It's still very real. So if you're ever afraid of being alone, it's okay. It's okay to be afraid. But take that fear to God and take that fear to people around you. Because, I don't know if you noticed, but people around you, we all have fears. We all have things that we've gone through. And there's nothing to be afraid of when you talk with somebody who loves you about those fears. So, God loves you. You have a community of people called the church who love you. and talk with them and see how it goes. Well, that's Fun Fact Friday for you all. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see next time if I can figure out what exactly is wrong with me. It's a big question. Hope you all have a great weekend. Bye.